So now we go to Article 131, or the interruption of peaceful meetings. So this is actually prohibition, interruption, and dissolution of peaceful meetings. So the elements are as follows. Offender is a public officer or employee. So he committed either sa tatlong naka-enumerate. Una, without legal ground, prohibit or interrupt the holding of a peaceful meeting or dissolve the same. Ikalawa, hinder any person from joining any lawful association or from attending any of its meetings. Third, prohibit or hinder any person from addressing any petition to the authorities for the correction of abuses or redress of grievances. An example of this is dispersing a permitted rally without cause. So let's take up the case of Bayan versus Ernita, GR number 169838, decided in 2006, in order to better understand Article 131. So what happened in this case of Bayan versus Ermita? President Arroyo issued Executive Order number 464 prohibiting executive officials from attending congressional inquiries. So pinagbawal niya yung kanyang mga head, executive officials na mag-attend ng congressional inquiries. Now later, he issued proclamation number 1017 declaring a state of national emergency. Peaceful assemblies were dispersed, protesters arrested, and media outlets monitored by military. So petitioners, including Bayan Muna, challenged the constitutionality of Proclamation number 1017 and its enforcement. The issue in this case is whether Proclamation number 1017 and the dispersal of peaceful assemblies violated the right to peaceful assembly and constituted an unlawful interference under Article 131 of the revised Penal Code. So, what is the ruling of the Supreme Court here? The Supreme Court said that PP 1017 was constitutional as a proclamation of national emergency. However, its implementation, arrests, dispersals, media takeovers was unconstitutional. So, hindi daw constitutional yung mga ginawang arrest, in the execution of that proclamation. Peaceful assembly is protected by the Constitution. No clear and present danger was shown. State actions exceeded constitutional limits. Now let's apply Article 131. Article 131 penalizes public officers who interrupt peaceful meetings without legal ground. Dispersal of rallies violated Article 131 as there was no clear and present danger. Public officials involved may be criminally liable under the revised penal code. So, although yung proclamation was declared valid by the Supreme Court, pero the implementation went beyond its lawful limits. That's why I believe the officers here were charged, a violation of Article 131. So now we go to Article 132 for the interruption of religious worship. So the following are the elements of this offense. Number one, offender is a public officer or employee. He prevents or disturbs the ceremonies or manifestations of any religion. Example nito is police enter a mosque during prayers. So let's take up the case of People versus Baez, in order to better understand, the meaning of this particular article. People versus Baez. Baez was the municipal mayor of Louisiana, Laguna. During a religious service or mass, inside the Catholic Church, Baez entered and went near the altar. He asked the priest, Father Juan T. Zaballero, to stop the mass, asserting he had a warrant for the arrest of a person inside the church. So, pinahinto niya yung mass. The priest refused and insisted that the mass continue. Despite this, Baez insisted on talking and intervened during the service, creating a disturbance. Because of Baez's actions, the mass was interrupted. So the issue here is whether Mayor Baez was guilty of interruption of religious worship under Article 132 of the Revised Penal Code. So the ruling of the court, the Supreme Court held that Baez was guilty under Article 132. It emphasized that religious ceremonies must be protected from undue interference, especially by public officials who must respect religious freedom and worship. The act of entering the church and disturbing the Mass, even if done in good faith in the performance of official duties, was not justified because there was no urgency that could not have waited until the end of the service. Article 132 penalizes any public officer or employee who prevents or disturbs the ceremonies or manifestations of any religion. And this was exactly what Baez did. Good faith or official position is not a defense when the action clearly disturbs religious ceremony. So, bawal talaga, no? Pag merong mass, so you should not interrupt, no? Even if you are executing an order, no, an official order of the government, because that the right, no, to freedom of religion is protected, no, under the Constitution. Our last article under Title 2 of the Book 2 of the Revised Penal Code is Article 133, which is offending religious feelings. So what are the elements? Number one, offender is anyone. So unlike no sa previous na article, 'di ba, it was the offender there was either a public officer or employee. But here, Article 133, anyone, meaning pwede public officer, pwede private individual. The act here is he performs acts notoriously offensive to the feelings of the faithful. So, kumbaga, binastos niya or meron siyang offensive language or offensive act against the feelings of the parang believers, no, of the religion. And then that offensive act was committed during a religious ceremony or in a place of worship. So example, disrupting a mass with offensive protest. So similar case ang gisite dito, which is the people versus Baez, no, which we earlier discussed to you. So that is all, no, for Criminal Law Book 2, Title 2, or the crimes against the fundamental laws of the state. So tune in for the next video lecture on Title 3. Thank you very much.